I guess I better film this. So that I need to get under there. I need to go forwards and then bring it backwards. And we tried last night rolling it forwards, and 3 of us couldn't push it even just back up there. So I had an idea. Jeep has a winch. Never used it before. I essentially got it working because years ago I bought these eBay fucking winch controls. Now it works, but I needed a snatch block. So I made one out of a bicycle hub and a piece of aluminium. Aluminium is probably not the best thing to use. It's all I had. See how it goes, hey? I did it. The old snatch block didn't survive. It only took me about 3 minutes to make. So we'll have to recruit some helpers because now it's on the flat. What I need to do is, because if you look at this wheel, that one's pointing out that way, the fucking wheels are like inwards. So I might do that, but I got it in there, just about. Yippee. So here's the next stage. Getting the blue car under here. This was my brilliant idea. Turns out it was easier to push the wheel around and then put a brick in it. But this might help with it getting it under there. Hello, Maple. Well, we did it. Finally got it in here. It's a bit crooked, but it's in. Thanks to Ronnie the mailman, who gave me a hand to push it. It's a bit crooked, so I'll have to jack it up, roll the jack that way, and then set it back down. But it's in there. And we'll put all this forwards and bring the white car in, and hopefully everybody will be happy then. So we have had some more developments. You would have just seen the blue car getting towed under the carport. Eventually, the postie Ronnie, shout out to you, man, helped me get the blue car under here. Then Oliver's car, I've actually done some work to it. Window regulator is replaced. There's a little plastic bit that attaches to the door handle, that's fixed. Got to do the other one on the outside, or that side door handle, so I've got to take off the door card, get inside and replace this little clip. We've got an O-ring coming for the distributor, and I found out it had problems with the automatic gearbox. Turns out it's not. It is a leaking capacitor on the ECU. So Tim, he's the guy who supplied the window regulator for the door. He had a second-hand one in good condition. Normally you would buy a new one, but he had one, good condition, so we just chucked it in. Plus, I didn't know what I was looking at, and we needed the motor as well, and he had all of it. But he repairs ECUs, so Oliver's currently saving up to get that done. The ball is rolling on this car. So I've removed the fuel rails. Why have I removed the fuel rails? Because I bought some top feed rails, Works Engineering brand, and top feed 1000cc injectors. And in fact, they have these little piggy tails so that, oh, hello, Dorothy. Hello. So that existing loom, these guys just plug straight into those injectors. I'd better film this before A, my phone runs out of battery, B, my Ambient kicks in fully. Forget what C was. So this was kind of complete before. I had the turbo on there, etc. But what I've discovered is there's a few bits and pieces that I need. So this is the main drain. That pipe goes to the PCV on the manifold. This is the main drainy bit down into the crank casing, and mine has some massive splits in it, and I don't have the clamps for it. Now, you can buy this piece as one unit, but I don't want to do that because it's $60. What I want is a new one of these and the clamp. So that is part one. Now, part two is this little insulated sort of a pipe here. I mean, this pipe's okay condition, and this insulation-y stuff is okay. On my white car, I actually just got some Raceworks fire sleeve, and I took this factory insulation off, but the problem was that the Raceworks sleeve ended up splitting and it was all ugly. But this pipe here, which feeds water, so your turbo sits here, feeds water into your turbo, kind of don't want to have it leaking because you'll have a water leak essentially. This is what feeds the turbo, and if you're getting air in or you get a water leak here, this engine's in the back of the car and here's all your other shit, and you've got to get down in there to try and fix that. It's a pain in the ass. So what is wonderful about Subaru is I can order that rubber section and the two clamps as a part number. I can also order this and the two clamps that it's got on there. I'm just going to order new clamps anyway because they're $1 each. And then other things such as these nuts that I need a few of those. I have actually already replaced this pipe here and I reused the clamps for it. They'll be fine. But one thing I had to check though was, so this is the Blausch oil feed banjo, and I've actually used the wrong bolt here, and that could cause problems. The turbo does have a restrictor in the top, but you at least want to have the correct banjo bolt. So the bolt has, instead of having one or two big holes, it's got like 4 other holes all the way around, and it's had water through it. You can see it, it's rusted. So I've got the correct one down there in my little bag of bits and pieces. So gonna order those bits. So today is the day for amazing feats. I'll show you. What I used to have here, where that puddle was NA1JZ. And the guy who's bought it wants to come pick it up, but I can't get it through there. Or did I? No, I didn't get it through there. I'll show you how I got it through here. Oh, hello puppies. So what we did was I strapped a skateboard to the bottom, wrangled it off the tire, rolled it up here on the skateboard, then lifted it up with the crane, placed my seat and ramp, rolled it down the ramp. Like if you have a look, the ramp isn't that steep, it's kind of level, so that wasn't that hard. And then we just kind of shimmied it and then rolled it down there. A few more mods have arrived for the Cresta, although I'm still waiting on one of these. These are the upper A-arms. When I replaced the uprights, I discovered that the ball joint had some play in it. So I've got another one of those coming. We have some camshafts. So HKS 264s. I mean, I'm sure you can guess what these are, but BC valve springs. And then finally, we've got an ethanol sensor. You're going to be on YouTube. All right, we're making a special trip. I've got my partner Smush here. Special delivery, and we need the Jeep to pick it up in. Heading over to, it's called My Bike Shop. It's not my bike shop, it's my friend Jason's bike shop. I've had a special delivery, which you will see in a minute. We've just got back from the zoo, Australia Zoo. If ever you're in Australia, if you know of Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, he has a zoo called Australia Zoo. It's quite good, well worth the trip. They do a lot of animal conservation, etc., etc. So good to visit there for the day. So let's go get these. You can probably guess what they are. Two identical L-shaped boxes. I am beyond stoked.